Hi and welcome to today's video. The topic that we will be covering today is a topic that I know a lot of you are thinking about out there, and Moodle versus Teams, or maybe both. Well, Moodle has been here for many years. It's a very popular platform for LMS to higher education mainly. Teams is having a huge growth when collaboration is important for you, and what I'm going to tell you a little bit more about when I go to my computer and share my screen is that you might actually consider using both. So stay tuned. I'm going to share with you a lot of things that I think you will learn a lot from. So see you soon in my video. I have now jumped into onto my computer and will continue the presentation here, and make sure that you stay to the end, because I'm going to do a live demo to show you exactly how Moodle versus Teams looks like in a new perspective. So as I mentioned, Moodle has a large market share in the LMS area, and Teams is having a huge growth and market share in the collaboration area. And my opinion, well, Moodle will never be Teams and Teams will never be Moodle, but of course there are some overlapping features for you as a user. And my guess now is that you are looking for a long-term solution for combining your learning tools with your collaboration tools, and at the same time make sure that you keep all the investments that you have done in Moodle, right? So just want to quickly say who we are here at Skooler. We've been focused on helping the education sector since 2015. We are based in Norway, and we have a couple of offices in other countries as well. And we're serving our customers, partners, etc. worldwide with the benefits of doing online meetings. And we are also looking forward to maybe having you on board as well. We are talking to the market. We are very active in the education sector, and what we hear is that the universities, the schools, etc. are saying that, well, their IT platform that they have today is mostly based on what you did yesterday. So how you plan to do your teaching and learning in the future may or may not be supported by your IT platform. We also know that even though some students are back to school or plan to be back to school, well, collaboration will always be here and should also be part of the new normal, where teachers and students are interacting much more, and you're able to work and study remotely. When you're adding new platforms, of course, there are always a risk that you don't have the integration, so there will be a silo between the platforms that you are using. And when you're adding platforms, also means that there will be a jungle of software that you need to control, and maybe you have experienced a lot of new applications in your environment lately, because lecturers, students are trying out different things. Mostly your data are safely stored, and the privacy is taken care of. But if you're buying something or downloading something from the internet, you're not sure where they keep their data, you're adding personal data, well, make sure that you have full control of that, the way that we have here at Skooler. When you have IT platforms and systems that are not 100% keeping up to date with your needs, well, it means that you might introduce some manual processes along the way to work around system limitations. And what that means is that you want to take back a lot of that control as well, to make sure that you don't have areas of failure where there is manual processes. Support is super important. Single sign-on and integration with your existing and future platforms are also super important. So let me ask you a question today. On the left side you see Teams, on the right side you see Moodle, and you're probably here because you want to see, well, Moodle versus Teams or both. Probably you are like 95% of the market working in Teams and Moodle as two disconnected systems. But there is a new way of working with Moodle and Teams, and that is through connecting the two. So you're actually seeing Moodle, and not only seeing, you're actually able to use, navigate, and work in Moodle inside Teams. So this means that on the left side you have your Teams icons, quickly accessible. Then you have the teams that you are a member of, and as a student you will have teams for the courses that you are currently running or attending. For the lecturers, they will have their class teams, and of course their corporate teams for the other things they do as outside of teaching and learning. Then you will have a tab on top which is created by our application. I'll show it to you later, which is named Moodle course. So there will be a one-to-one relationship between the Moodle course, TAM's Global Economy course, and the team for that same course. So instead of going from one application to another application, going back, then maybe checking the post, the recording from yesterday's class, then you have to go to a web browser, you have to go to Moodle, find the course. Well, everything is set up in a way with mConnect that all these things happen automatically. And we make it possible to integrate the two. And on the left side here you see that we are promoted or mentioned as one of the learning tools in Teams, because we bring Moodle into Teams. We are approved by the Teams App Store, and we're also able to promote and showcase mConnect in a lot of different areas with that application. So, question for you, are you ready for a live demo? I hope you are. So I'll be back in a second and starting up my demo environment. I'm now logged into Teams. I have clicked on the Moodle course tab here on top, and as I explained, you're now very quickly, easily able to navigate between the different tabs that is part of your Teams setup, and your Moodle course, which is then linked to the team that you're having here with the rest of your class. And you're easily able to have Moodle in the full view almost, and able to navigate and do quizzes and continue with everything you do here. You can go and check your calendar, leave that quiz here. You're able to see your notifications here, and actually using Moodle in a way that you have always done, but now you have it inside Teams. So this is the test content that we have here in our test account, and it will definitely look different in a course that is up and running. So that means that you're able to navigate here with different channels, and you may have even separate channels for your topics. It depends how your team is set up, and mConnect can actually create these themes for you. We can synchronize the users, so when you are here and you can see the members of the team, these are synchronized from your Moodle course. So I know a lot of you are having Moodle courses as your master. You've been setting up processes to enable that all your students are added to the correct course in Moodle. Now with mConnect, you can click on that course inside Moodle or inside mConnect, and we will take that course name, create a theme for you. We'll look at the teachers that you have in the course in Moodle. We'll add those teachers as owners, just like you see here, Megan Bowen as the owner of the team. We will look at the students in the course in Moodle, and we will add those students to the team for the course automatically as well. And then we are also, if you choose so, you can decide that topics in your course in Moodle should have their own channel in in Teams. And also, if you have groups of students in Moodle, you can have them as private channels, working in a private channel where no one else has access to that content in a private channel in Teams. All these things are automatically done by mConnect. So there's no need to create Teams manual anymore. There's no need to sit in evenings and weekends that I know a lot of you are doing to add your students to your course. Well, even when some students are leaving the course in Moodle, added to another course, all these things will be automatically handled by mConnect. They will be added and removed from the corresponding team based on your Moodle settings. So that's what is going to happen, and that's why it's so much better to integrate Moodle and Teams instead of choosing between them. I have some more information for you. I just want you to stay here with me now for a couple of more minutes. I'll be right back. You saw the demo. Hope you liked what you saw. And also, when we speak to Marcus here at Leeds Trinity, he also have the impression that why do you want to choose between Moodle and Teams when you can have both with mConnect? Because as I mentioned, Moodle will never be Teams and Teams will never be Moodle. Our recommendation is that when there is overlapping features, just make sure that you choose one feature from one system, so you don't have the students and lecturers being confused. Where should I find my documents? What kind of place do I go when I want to see the documents, etc. Okay, so that's my tip for you. And why would you integrate? Well, we already mentioned it, that there are some features in these two platforms that are unique. You have probably invested a lot of time, content, money into Moodle, so you're not fully ready to get rid of Moodle yet. At the same time, you know, the seamless collaboration tools that you have in Teams are so attractive that you really want to use them. You don't have those tools covered in Moodle, hence Teams is getting more and more attention on that part. We also see that when you bring the two together, there's one workspace, there's one place where students, lecturers interact, and there's one place that latecomers to a course go and catch up. There's one place for everything instead of having all of them separate, and that's what brings it so much better together than instead of having them as two separate systems. Here is a quick overview of the key features in mConnect. and we're constantly adding more and more features here based on our collaboration with Microsoft, based on the collaboration with the Moodle community, our customers, etc., that there will be more and more features coming. So that was a short video from our side. For those of you who are thinking about should I do Moodle versus Teams or both, and here at Skooler we have mConnect that actually enables you to have both, so you don't need to choose which one. And hopefully you will reach out to me or one of my colleagues to have a demo that is specific for you. Maybe you have some questions. We're happy to do a test installation for you on your test module, and you can also try out mConnect for free at skooler.com/mconnect. And until next time, take care.